hosted by SU College Republicans. And reporter Luke Welch is live from Slocum Hall at a panel discussion on the negative impact of anti-trans legislation.
Plus, a varsity pizza tradition. Find out how the Orange family rallies behind every single home game win.
The city of Syracuse covered with layers of lake effect snow, but will it be back for round 2? That and more coming up when News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Debates over transgender laws are happening across the nation, including right here on the SU campus. Good evening, I'm Jesse Cook.
And I'm Maddie Stelk. A lot of events happening tonight on campus. Right now, SU College Republicans is getting ready to host Speaker Sarah Stockton at the Drumlins Country Club at 7. The event is called From Certainty to Skepticism, a gender therapist's evolution in understanding gender affirmation. LGBTQ+ groups have spoken out against Stockton, calling on university officials to cancel the event. Her controversial views on health care for transgender youth are disputed by major medical organizations. Stockton is best known for appearing in the film What is a Woman with conservative podcast host Matt Walsh. In a statement to CitrusTV, the head of College Republicans defended tonight's speaker, calling the topic she'll be speaking on one of the most morally significant issues in modern politics. The past hour, another event hosted by campus health experts from Barnes discussed the recent rise in anti-trans legislation nationwide.
We have full team coverage of both events tonight. Our Luke Welch is live from Slocum Hall, where the panel discussion just ended. But first, we begin with our senior reporter, Nicole Aponte, who's live outside of the Drumlins Country Club ahead of this speaker event by the College Republicans. Nicole, what's going on out there?
Hey, Jesse and Maddie. So we're live right here at Drumlins Country Club. Take a look behind me. There are protesters already coming out with their signs, ready to protest against what Sarah Stockton has to say here at Drumlins Country Club. Now, this event was actually rescheduled. It was originally scheduled at Maxwell Auditorium from 7 to 8:30 p.m. tonight, but it's been moved to Drumlins Country Club because DPS says it's a security concern and a mandate by the university. Well, some background on Stockton before we head over to tonight's events. Stockton is an SU alumna. She also is a part of this organization called GenSpect. It's an international organization that's against gender-affirming care for children. Now, these protesters are outside right now. They're holding their signs. But let's take you live back over here. We're actually with Brooke Tyndall. She's a Syracuse University student. Now, Brooke, why are you here tonight?
Well, as you know, Sarah is an alumni, and she was part of the trans team, which is a part of the Family and Marriage Therapy program. And basically she speaks on it, and she's speaking against research that she participated in, and nothing that she says is empirically backed. Our program is very research oriented. Everything we say has a scientific back. Everything that we use in our treatments has a scientific backing, and the things that she is advocating for, nothing is evidence based. And I just think it's disgusting that the university is giving her a platform when she's speaking against what the university is, the research that the university is sponsoring. It doesn't make any sense, and it's really disrespectful to the trans community and what the trans team in the Family and Marriage Therapy program is trying to do. It's just counterproductive, and it doesn't make any sense.
Is this personal for you at all? Is this personal while you're out here tonight?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm part of the queer community, just like all of the amazing folks out here. A lot of people attend this program because they're passionate about queer rights. Syracuse has one of the oldest, it's the oldest MFT program in the country, and it's one of the only ones that, specializes in gender affirming care. And so we're all very passionate about this.
Well, Brooke, thank you so much. There is also a petition that was signed by 1,500 signatures by Deborah Coolhart. She's a professor at Fall College, and she says, quote, let's take a look at our screens right now. She says, by the Syracuse University hosting this event, it's providing hate speech for the university as well. But let's go back here live. They're starting to chant. It's just less than an hour until Stockton is speaking at Drumlins. We are going to have continued coverage on Citrus TV News later on in the show, and also tomorrow on Citrus TV News Live at 6. For now, we're live from Drumlins. I'm Nicole Aponte, Citrus TV News. Guys.
Nicole, thank you for your coverage this evening. Now we go over to Slocum Hall with our reporter Luke Welch. Luke, what's happening here on campus?
Yeah, Maddie, well, it was just a half an hour ago where the conclusion of an SU-sponsored panel happened here on campus and addressing the rise of anti-trans legislation around our country. Now, the panel that was sponsored by SU referenced how SU and the Barnes Center at the Arch are focused on creating a supportive environment for transgender students, as well as continue to offer transgender-affirming health care. Now, this can include procedures, and over 70 students at SU and ESF actually receive transgender-affirming health care from the Barnes Center at the Arch. And again, as I said, this could include procedures, but as well as name and pronoun changing assistance, binders for those who are born female, as well as free therapy clinics offered by marriage and family therapy grad students. One message that the panel emphasized was building community, and a question that they posed to students and staff was, how are your thoughts and feelings affecting others? Are you welcoming, and are your feelings and beliefs more important than the safety and feelings of other students? Guys.
Saying about events like the one at Drumlins this evening?
Well, they found it ironic, Maddie, because this event that's supposed to be supporting transgender students is happening right before an event that's supposed to be, honestly, not supporting transgender students, and talking about the rhetoric and the gender-affirming health care that they are receiving and bashing that. So we talked to one student who praised the event that happened tonight here in Slocum Hall and scrutinized the event that happened over near South Campus in Drumlins Country Club.
So I am trans, and gender-affirming healthcare has been life-saving for me. It really does save lives, and so to have a community on campus that thinks it's okay to go against like my real lived experience and the experience of so many other trans people is really disheartening. It's frankly disgusting.
Luke, how have other colleges across the country handled conversations about these controversial issues?
Well, we've seen in states that are actually putting forth this anti-trans legislation. Miami University in Ohio is making initiatives to support the mental health of transgender students. In North Carolina, Governor Roy Cooper is working with Elon University to ensure the safety of transgender athletes, as well as continuing to support those transitioning in a college setting. In Kentucky, rallies and protests are on the rise in the University of Louisville after transphobic events are happening after the state bill that was passed banning gender-affirming healthcare for those who are under the age of 18, which is such a crucial time in terms of puberty and transitioning. Here on the Hill, Vice President Mary Grace Almondrez stated earlier in the year that the university remains committed to making our campus a place where all feel welcomed and valued, and our office is proud to lead this effort with our campus partners. We will have continued coverage of events and protests that are happening here on campus, but for now, reporting in Slocum Hall, I'm Luke Welch. Maddie, Jesse, back to you.
Luke, thank you. Going across campus again, classes in Krause-Heinz Hall have been relocated for the remainder of the semester to avoid potential disruptions to students and faculty. No comment was given on what disruptions might occur, but Krause-Heinz has been the grounds for numerous protests in the past, like the pro-Palestinian demonstration a couple weeks ago, and Not Again SU's month-long stand-in back in 2020.
A new treatment for RSV is in short supply at Upstate Medical amid a surge of pediatric cases. During the week of Thanksgiving, the Golisano Children's Hospital saw 77 severe cases of the respiratory illness. However, there are fewer cases of RSV compared to last year, which was driven by the pandemic, keeping kids from being exposed to other viruses in the community.
Yeah, Jess, you know, it's important to stay healthy, especially as the weather's getting colder. A lot of illnesses, sicknesses might come up, and it sure has been chilly here in Syracuse.
It's absolutely true. I've seen more parkas and overcoats in the last
that would be me too.
24 hours than I think I saw all of last winter, barring that like negative 14 degrees day back in January.
Oh my goodness, yes. And I mean the snow. First snowstorm of the year, we faced it. Almost crashed my car a little bit, so we got to be careful out there.
I just
with the
cleared
snow.
off my car.
Right, yeah, you got to do that. So let's turn it over to our weather anchor, Luke Radel. He joins us tonight from Krause College, where folks were out last night celebrating the first snow. Luke, how much snow are you seeing out there?
Hey there guys, as you might be able to tell, it is a little bit chilly out here. I can actually see my own breath standing up here at the top of the hill at Cross College. Let's take a look at your temperature right now. Standing at around 27 degrees, which yes, is below freezing here in the city of Syracuse. A perfect weather for a late November day heading into December. Let's take a look though at tonight's temperatures as the sun begins to set at 4:30 p.m., which guys, I don't know about you, but is way too early for me. Temperatures tonight are actually going to be on the rise because those winds are going to come down. 31 degrees, which is still below freezing, but hey, not bad to have temperatures rising for Syracuse. Some sunshine is actually expected for tomorrow. Now guys, heading back here to the top of Cross College, I'd be remiss if I stood on top of this tradition-soaked hill without acknowledging the fact that most students here at Syracuse University, by the time the first snow comes, go sledding. And while I missed out on that last night, I'm not going to let being on live TV stop me from sledding down this hill, so I'm going to sled on back to you guys in studio and celebrate this first snow.
Oh, there he goes. There goes our weather anchor, Luke Radel. Luke. Oh, I think he made it.
See, if he was doing it for real, that's a real sled.
Yeah.
See, if you're like me, an authentic freshman year, you would have gone on a cardboard box.
That was the thing to do. I remember that.
Absolutely.
Quarantine, when the big snow happened, we took our cardboard boxes, sled right on down. It was great. Fantastic. Good old days. But Syracuse football is going bowling after a tight win over Wake Forest on Saturday. But as our Nicole Ponte reports, what you might not know is a tradition happens on Marshall Street after every home game victory.
Syracuse football game days can get pretty loud. It could be fans cheering inside the dome, the team running out onto the field, and the loudest,
pizza, wings, and to hear the band.
probably coming from inside Varsity Pizza.
The varsity isn't what it is without us, and we're not what we are without them.
Oh, it's the biggest way I'm a part of the campus community.
After every home game win, the SU marching band turns this restaurant into a stage.
And then we got there, and it's like, get on a table. And I was like, okay. And then we just started playing, and I'm like, this is really cool.
As soon as they're standing on tables, it's time to start one of the greatest traditions on the Hill.
It's just so much fun to come and know that I'm doing something that this band has been doing for 20 plus years.
One of the most sought out traditions for the SU marching band is to actually flip the banners after an SU win. So after the Wake Forest win, I'm going to actually flip it right over and pin it right up here. Jerry Dillis remembers when this tradition all started, back in the late 1970s.
And my uncle Spud came up with the idea with Coach Mack, well, why don't we put banners up there?
He's kept it in the family. He's the third generation to own Varsity Pizza.
We're part of Syracuse University and we're part of the community.
Win or lose, the band will keep playing on.
Going to varsity is, I think, one of the greatest traditions in college football.
Because this music is a universal language, bringing together the Orange family. In Syracuse, Nicole Ponte, Citrus TV News.
Now this is the band's 123rd season. Wherever that bowl game is, band members tell us traveling with the team is one of the most exciting times of the year.
Coming up, how is the Student Association aiming to help prevent sexual violence on campus?
Plus, the Israel-Hamas ceasefire is set to expire tonight, the push to end the pause in the fighting.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Here's to the straggly ones. The lopsided ones. The first ones. Yeah, I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. That one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Maddie Stelk, Jesse Cook, and Luke Radel. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. The Syracuse Student Association met earlier this week to discuss a new way to keep students safe on campus.
Here to tell us all about it is our association beat reporter, Maddie. Hey, Amon.
Hey guys, the Student Association has a new way to prevent sexual violence on campus. The SA says that all SU students should be able to have the right tools and resources to feel safe and secure on campus.
Sexual violence on college campuses has been a prevalent issue that comes up time and time again, but Syracuse University has taken immediate action. The Student Association have begun handing out sexual violence prevention kits throughout this week.
The kit has the birdie and then it also has the drink testers in it, so it has like a few different drink testers in it.
The Student Association is giving out these kits every day this week in the Shine Student Center from 12 to 2. SA President Will Trelaw says these kits will be made affordable for every SU student on campus.
So by going as a university, we're able to get very big discounts in being able to purchase all of these things and then provide them out to students.
Trelaw goes on to say that while preventing sexual violence on campus will be difficult, he hopes they will equip every SU student with the right resources to ensure maximum safety on campus.
While I know that, the overall goal is to eliminate sexual violence and relationship violence on campus, that is a very, very difficult goal to achieve. But by giving students the resources that they need to protect themselves and to feel safer in their communities, we hope to make a dent.
After the meeting, the Student Association said that this is the first of many kit distributions. Maddie reporting, Citrus TV.
Now the latest on the Israel-Hamas war. The Israeli military says 10 Israelis and 4 Thai nationals were released from captivity by Hamas. This is the 6th such release under a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Israel is set to release 30 Palestinian prisoners later today.
The ceasefire is set to expire early tomorrow, but international mediators are aiming to extend the deal in the hopes of releasing more hostages. Of the 240 captured in Hamas's October 7th attack, it is believed that some of 150 are still being held in captivity.
Coming up, Luke Radel has your 5-day forecast.
Stay with us.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
from the CitrusTV Weather Center. This is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Boy, oh boy, is it nice to be back here with you guys, Maddie and Jesse, in a nice warm studio. While I continue to defrost, let's take a look at some of your temperatures from across the region right now. 30 degrees out west in Rochester. Up north in Oswego, they saw 3 feet of snow in this latest lake effect snow bout. And in Utica, 27 degrees, the same as out here in Syracuse, where my dog Buttons is enjoying all the snow that's on the ground today. Now let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. I have good news. No more snow, at least for the time being. Partly cloudy and with some sunshine tomorrow, high of 43. Some showers heading into the weekend possible. But for right now, that's all I've got. Let's head over to sports.
Coming up after the break, we'll look through Syracuse's newest head coach's journey to the 315. That's next on News Live at 6.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
After just 8 months after Syracuse men's basketball hired its newest head coach, Syracuse football has done the same. Welcome to sports. I'm Ryan Bridges. Fran Brown was officially named the 31st head coach of SU football yesterday. Brown spent time at Temple, Rutgers, Baylor, and he's the current defensive backs coach at Georgia, where he's looking for his second straight national championship in Athens. Although the New Jersey native has no head coaching experience, he's widely regarded as one of the best recruiters in the entire country. But the 'Cuse still has one more game left to go, and that's their bowl game. We don't know when that will be announced, but it should be coming up very, very soon. And switching over to the hardwood, Syracuse men's basketball had a frustrating time in the first 2 days of the Maui Invitational against Tennessee and Gonzaga, but rebounded against D2 Chaminade. So did that momentum carry into last night's matchup against LSU? Let's go on down to the JMA Wireless Dome and find out. Syracuse heading in with a 4-2 record. LSU as well, starting off on the defensive end. Naheem McLeod with the rejection in transition. Justin Taylor, a 3, gives SU their first bucket of the game. A little bit later, LSU hanging around. This is going to be Jalen Reed on the putback. How about that? Getting up for that, but he was topped a few minutes later by the play of the night by Judah Mintz. Look at this poster. Unbelievable, the play of the year so far for Syracuse men's basketball. If you want to see the best angle of this play, turn into On the Bench live at 10:30 tonight, and you'll see a great shot from our own Peter Elliott. But here goes Mintz once again, falling away the and one. Syracuse continues to balloon their lead. Judah wasn't done just there. 33, a career high in points for Judah Mintz. He keeps going, but he wasn't the only one who was scoring for Syracuse. Chris Bell, one of his 7 threes on the night, puts the Orange up big behind the back from Kadir Copeland. The Orange are just having fun at this point, dominating the Tigers. Great ball movement, finds Justin Taylor in the corner. His 3 puts him up 21 points, and they're still up 21 points when Judah Mintz gets his last 2 right there. Career high 33 for Judah, as I said, and the Orange win by 23. So back over to the turf. The All-ACC football teams were announced yesterday, and the Orange have 5 players that were selected on the football rosters. Marlo Wax and LaQuint Allen are the highest-ranking members on the second teams on the offense and defense, respectively. Punter Jack Stonehouse is a third-team member on the specialists, and then Justin Berlin and Chris Bleich getting some nods with honorable mentions. LaQuint Allen, 3rd straight runner for Syracuse in a row that's hit 1,000 yards. Sean Tucker did it in the previous 2 years. And over to the NBA, the Knicks picked up a solid win last night over the Charlotte Hornets, who are without LaMelo Ball, one of their better players of the season so far. And the Knicks also punched their ticket into the in-season tournament. They play the Milwaukee Bucks on December 5th in that one.
All right, thanks so much, Ryan. When we come back after a short break, we'll wrap things up and start with your wake-up weather for tomorrow.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you eat stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay. But remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to Live at 6. Tomorrow, high of 43 degrees. And before we go, I went pretty far on a sled today, but if you're traveling by airplane this weekend, it might have been a little hard for you to do so. According to the National Weather Service, 5.5 inches of snow fell on the tarmac, which affected this traveler leaving Syracuse.
It did. By a lot.
We go on the runway to get ready to leave, and then we end up having to wait for them to defrost the runway and spray the plane with defroster so it's safe for us to fly. And we ended up sitting on the plane for an hour and a half. And after that, that's when I missed my connecting flight, so I had to spend the night in Queens, New York.
And guys, that was Zaya Radel. She was actually on our plane with our friend Tegan Brown. We thank her for shooting that little interview for us in LaGuardia. Happy to report tonight that they both made it back safely to their destination with a little bit of a delay.
That is great to hear. A lot of flight delays over the holiday weekend,
Indeed.
but glad to hear that everyone's back and safe.
Wow, waiting an hour and a half on the tarmac, that's pretty
That
serious.
is
But you know,
extensive.
some people had much longer than an hour and a half on some end-of-year playlists.
Absolutely, yes, that's true. Spotify Wrapped is a big thing that just came out. I actually don't have Spotify, but Apple Music has Apple Music Replay.
Am I the only
It's
normal
nice.
person here?
Apple Replay is just
I
as good.
appreciate this. I appreciate this because usually I'm outnumbered.
There's a diversity of perspectives here at CitrusTV, Jesse.
I have an Android. I have an Android.
true.
Apple, no, that's not what I
That's
use.
worse
How
than
can I
what we
have
have.
Apple Music if I have an Android phone?
One problem at a time, Jesse. Okay,
One problem.
we gotta work on it. Well,
Who's your top artist?
My top, Taylor Swift. It was Taylor Swift,
Good one.
indeed.
Mine's a throwback. I went to the Eagles.
I actually haven't looked at mine yet. I meant to do it. It's probably a hip hop artist. I'm big into rap music, so that's probably it.
It's very possible that I also have Taylor Swift. We'll see what happens.
We'll have to take a look. But that's all the time we have for Citrus TV this evening. From all of us here, I'm Maddie Stelk.
I'm Jesse Cook. Don't forget you can follow us on X and Instagram at CitrusTV News. Keep up with us the rest of the semester.
Have a great evening.